If you've ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes to get ready for a photo shoot for a cookbook or a magazine, well, today's your day to find out. We're getting ready to set up a charcuterie, and I've got my three friends, Todd White, Todd Stone, and Rebecca Wiggins helping me out.
I am Laura Lynn Carter, wife, mother, businesswoman, and chef. My passion is cooking healthy, and I love to bring family and friends together over food that is good for the body and great tasting. Eating healthy does not mean giving up my favorite dishes. Never. I just reinvent them. This is time for sharing, so go ahead and pull up a chair. I've saved a seat for you.
Get started with an herb dip. Now this is part of a classic charcuterie. You have different meats and cheeses and things like olives and nuts, but of course you have to have some dips and fun things to round it out. And the herb dip is super simple. We're going to start with a half a cup of plant-based or vegan mayonnaise, a half a cup of room temperature cream cheese. Now this is plant-based cream cheese. This is the Kite Hill that y'all have heard me talk about so much. And you really want this at room temperature just because it mixes easier. I'm going to stir those up. Then we're going to have a little kick. A tablespoon of minced garlic. And you can buy the minced garlic in the store. You don't have to do it yourself. Save one step and make it easier. And then we need a pinch of coarse salt and a half a teaspoon of coarse white pepper. I've substituted white pepper in this before, so it's really a matter of your preference and taste. If you want it to be a little smokier, go with the white pepper. And now we have to have some fresh lemon juice. I've got 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. And just cup your hands so that you can catch the seeds. Now, if you want to, you can also substitute lime juice and give it a little extra flavor, or really just a different flavor. All right, now, fresh herbs. 2 of my favorites, rosemary, which I keep year round. You're gonna want 2 tablespoons of fresh rosemary. And I'm just gonna give this a rough chop. Rosemary goes in. And last, some fresh basil. Now this is much more delicate. You can really only grow this here usually in the spring and summer, and sometimes into early fall, but you can find it year-round in the grocery store. And it's really very strong. It's got a really strong herbaceous flavor to it. So we're gonna give this what I call a shipper roll. You can see I'm rolling it up like you think of a cigar. That's exactly the same thing. I'm gonna cut it right down the middle and then cut it really fine. And that's your herbs. Give it a stir, pop it back in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes just to let everything come together. And then I'm gonna serve this with some of the Canyon Bakehouse gluten-free everything bagels. I'm gonna slice them and toast them. And that's gonna be our crostini that we're gonna serve with this.
The perfect bottle of wine, whiskey, bourbons, scotch, and the largest selection of craft beer. Special moments begin at your hometown package store, The Warehouse.
If you love these time for sharing recipes, you'll naturally love Mike's Country Store. The same quality ingredients featured in the show, as well as her Skinny Southern Cookbook, are on sale now at all 5 Mike's Country Store locations. Mike's, where it's all about Laura Lynn's favorite things too.
Here at WALB, we start before the sun rises.
Before your first cup of coffee, we're at the scene of breaking news.
Before you try to wake up your kids, I have your first alert weather forecast.
The minute your day starts, we're here.
And here.
And here to give you the information you need to start your day, whenever that may be.
Get up to the minute news the minute you're up. Today in Georgia, weekday morning starting at 5.
Welcome to the all-new Sub-Zero and Wolf Appliance Regional Showroom. I'm Bobby Dollar, and we want to invite you to come experience a showroom setting like no other. You will find all styles and models offered by Sub-Zero Refrigeration and Wolf Cooking products in real cabinet settings, just like home. We also have a live demo kitchen so you can touch, feel, and operate the products before you make your purchase. Your search for quality ends here in the regional showroom of Sub-Zero and Wolf Appliances, located in Bobby Dollar Appliance Showroom, East Jackson Street in Thomasville.
A classic charcuterie always has some sort of olive on there. Whether it's marinated olives or just straight out of the jar, they always have olives on there. And now, I am not an olive fan, I will be the first to admit. However, my husband Chris absolutely loves them. And this is a dip that I made for him. It's my olive and pecan dip. Super easy, 5 ingredients, but it'll be a nice twist for the charcuterie. We're gonna get started with 1 jar, 9 ounces of the green olives. You can use black olives if you want to, but personally, he says the flavor on this is the best with the green, and I'll take his word for it. Then we have a 1/2 cup of pecans, another great Georgia product. And then we're gonna add 5 tablespoons of pecan oil. So you are getting a really big dose of heart health nutrition. You've got pecan oil and pecans, which again are the #1 most nutrient-rich tree nut. And then you've got the olives too, so consider it a healthy appetizer. All right. A 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. You can go a full teaspoon if you really want it spicy. And then 1 clove of minced garlic. Super easy. Now, I'm gonna blend this. In the blender, you can also use a food processor, whichever you wanna do. This blender will do pretty much everything. And you wanna do it so that everything comes together and it's really smooth since it is a dip. You don't wanna leave it too chunky. This is the consistency you're looking for. You want it really smooth so that when you put it on your crostini or whatever you're serving it with, crudité, that it'll be really smooth. So just scrape this out. Again, I'll be serving this alongside some gluten-free crostinis and some other vegetables, like peppers will be really good with this. Make sure you get all of it scraped down. And one more little tip. Like I said, Chris loves this. You can take a boneless, skinless chicken breast, split it open, put a little bit in the chicken breast, wrap some bacon around it, and throw it on the grill. He swears it's delicious. And that's all there is to it. And coming up next, we're gonna continue with some pecans with my maple chipotle pecans.
Wouldn't it be great if there was one place that you could buy the best indoor and outdoor appliances at affordable, competitive prices? Cold in here to you? And those appliances sold to you by a friendly, knowledgeable staff, better than the big box stores. Not quite done yet. Well, it turns out there is a place like that right here in town.
That's right. Knight's Appliances joined Modern Gas right out here on 82. So come down for all your appliance needs inside and out.
Modern Gas, what a hot idea.
If you love these time for sharing recipes, you'll naturally love Mike's Country Store. The same quality ingredients featured in the show as well as her Skinny Southern Cookbook are on sale now at all 5 Mike's Country Store locations. Mike's, where it's all about Laura Lynn's favorite things too.
The perfect bottle of wine, whiskey, bourbons, scotch, and the largest selection of craft beer. Special moments begin at your hometown package store, The Warehouse.
Here at WALB, we start before the sun rises.
Before your first cup of coffee, we're at the scene of breaking news.
Before you try to wake up your kids, I have your first alert weather forecast.
The minute your day starts, we're here.
And here.
And here to give you the information you need to start your day, whenever that may be.
Get up to the minute news the minute you're up. Today in Georgia, weekday mornings starting at 5.
Now I'm going to start my maple chipotle pecans. These are a little sweet and a little spicy at the same time. And you can do any kind of nuts that you want. Personally, I just like the pecans, and like I said, we are from Georgia, so we're going to start with 2 egg whites. Now I've let these sit out to get to room temperature. Make sure you do not get any of the yolk in there, it will ruin it. This is a little bit messy, but it's really what gives it the coating it needs. Practice makes perfect with this. All right, wash up. All right, now I'm going to take my whisk and just whisk the little egg whites together just a little bit, just to start getting them a little bit frothy. Now I'm going to add 1/4 cup of maple syrup. Make sure you get pure maple syrup. Don't get like pancake syrup, then you're getting refined sugars by doing that. And we have a little bit of cinnamon, really smoky. People think of cinnamon as always just being a sweet thing, and it really is delicious for savories. A little cumin. This is what you find a lot of time in Mexican food. And last but not least, chipotle powder. And this is what gives it the smoky and the heat. So this is a 1/4 teaspoon. You could do a half. You could even go all the way to a whole teaspoon if you really want it to pop. I'm going to whisk it together just a little bit more. And this is what is going to coat the pecans. Now I have a pound of pecan halves. I'm just going to pour this over our pecans. Make sure you scrape everything out really well. You don't want to lose any of the seasoning. Now you notice that it's not a lot of liquid. You don't want it to get too heavy and wet. If it weighs it down with too much of the liquid, then they're going to steam instead of cooking in the oven. Make sure every single one of the pecans is coated really well and evenly. And I've got a parchment-lined baking pan here. You want to line it with some parchment or else they'll stick to the pan. All right, now I'm going to spread this out on our parchment paper. I'm preheating the oven to 325 degrees. You could do a lot of different variations with something like this. Your egg white is really what your binder is, so you could really throw in any flavorings that you like. Now you want to spread these out evenly, and I'm just going to use my hands. Clean hands are a cook's best friend. All right, spread them out evenly so that they aren't stacked on top of each other, because like I said, they're going to steam if they're packed together. With that moisture, you want them spread out really evenly. Now pop these in a 325 degree oven for about 10 to 12 minutes depending on your oven. Take them out, toss them around again, make sure they're spread out evenly once again, and pop them back in for another 10 to 12 minutes. And just let them cool completely, and then you can serve them.
If you love these time for sharing recipes, you'll naturally love Mike's Country Store. The same quality ingredients featured in the show, as well as her Skinny Southern Cookbook, are on sale now at all 5 Mike's Country Store locations. Mike's, where it's all about Laura Lynn's favorite things too.
Wouldn't it be great if there was one place that you could buy the best indoor and outdoor appliances at affordable, competitive prices? Colton here to you. And those appliances sold to you by friendly, knowledgeable staff, better than the big box stores. Not quite done yet. Well, it turns out there is a place like that right here in town.
That's right. Knight's Appliances joined Modern Gas right out here on 82. So come down for all your appliance needs inside and out.
Modern Gas, what a hot idea.
If you love these time-for-sharing recipes, you'll naturally love Mike's Country Store. The same quality ingredients featured in the show, as well as her Skinny Southern Cookbook, are on sale now at all 5 Mike's Country Store locations. Mike's, where it's all about Laura Lynn's favorite things, too.
Welcome to the all-new Sub-Zero and Wolf Appliance Regional Showroom. I'm Bobby Dollar, and we want to invite you to come experience a showroom setting like no other. You will find all styles and models offered by Sub-Zero Refrigeration and Wolf Cooking products in real cabinet settings, just like home. We also have a live demo kitchen so you can touch, feel, and operate the products before you make your purchase. Your search for quality ends here in the regional showroom of Sub-Zero and Wolf Appliances, located in Bobby Dollar Appliance Showroom, East Jackson Street in Thomasville.
If you're putting out a new cookbook, there's nobody better to have taste test your recipes than a good friend who also happens to be a classically trained chef. He's the head of the culinary school here in Albany at Albany Tech, and also a Georgia-grown executive chef. I really refer to him as my partner in crime most of the time, because when we get together, there's usually something fun and, you know, chaotic going on. But Todd White is going to be with me today and help me make a charcuterie that's over the top. He's going to be making a mustard that we can use for our charcuterie and showing me his mad knife skills on some pickling. So take it away, Todd. What are we making?
Well, thank you, ma'am. We're going to make a traditional mustard. We're going to make a quick mustard using ground mustard. You can get a spicier mustard by using the black mustard seeds. This is a quick, easy recipe here. I like to use fresh ingredients in just about everything I do. We've got some fresh turmeric here.
As chefs, I'm going to throw myself in that same old category with you. You know, we like to keep things as fresh and in season as possible.
We do. I mean, that's when they're at their peak. We know our farmers. We trust them, and they bring us some really good products. This turmeric is really good for inflammation and adds some really good color to some of your dishes as well. We're going to start with ground mustard, the fresh turmeric. I like adding a little bit of smoked paprika to it. It gives it a little bit of a smoky flavor, and then color-wise it helps as well. So I'm going to see if you wouldn't mind stirring this, and I'm going to add a little bit of salt. So about a teaspoon and a half of salt. Okay. Don't overdo it on the get-go, because you want to be able to try it afterwards, and then
yeah, you can't take it away once it's in there either.
Can't take it away, absolutely. I like using a beer to put in my mustard just because of the flavors, and we've got a great little brewery right down the road here too. So, so put a little bit in there to start, and then we're just going to incorporate it in there till it gets to the consistency that you want.
Okay. Is that getting about where you want it?
Give it a good old stir. I'm going to add.
So you can do gluten-free beer, or you can, you know, if you're not gluten-free, you can substitute. Use a little local Pretoria Fields.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that good?
Yes, ma'am. It may not be the color that you're normally getting at the grocery store. That's probably a good thing.
Yeah. I don't want to know where some of that color comes from.
No yellow dye number 5 through 15.
Yeah.
But
you smell beer.
Smell a little bit of beer. I smell a little bit of mustard too. So quick and easy. Another way to be able to add different flavors. You can always use water. You can use wine as well.
So if somebody wants to play and be adventurous, they can go that route. If they want to be quick and easy, what you just did, I mean, you can't get any easier than that. And that would be perfect, you know, on the charcuterie.
And then you try it, and then you adjust the flavors according to what you like. This is just a simple little recipe here.
Now you're going to show me some great ideas for pickling the vegetables and things that we could add to our charcuterie, or really anything. But what are we going to pickle?
Today we're going to pickle some beets, apples, carrots, sweet bell peppers in there, a little onion, just a montage. You can pickle just about anything. And
well, when you're doing something like this, how thin and how tight do you want these for pickling?
Well, to me, it needs to be thin and it needs to be uniform.
All right, well, go. I'm gonna judge your knife skills. Go for it.
All right, cool. So, you know, most of the time I'll peel off a lot of my stuff first, and I can use some of my the skin that comes off these. Get you a good peeler whenever you work in your kitchen, but you get some of these a good peeler, and you can skin this thing and actually turn around and use it as a garnish later on your charcuterie platter. But so we're just going to take a little bit of that skin off there to get ready to slice it. Nothing like a good fresh turnip root. The smell was awesome. So whenever we do it, we want to make sure that we're over our, whatever we're cutting. I keep my thumb back because I like that thumb.
You want it to stay there?
So I'll keep it back like this, and then my knife will be aimed straight down. This will, if you're not used to cutting very often, don't start like that. You can start like this. That way you have an even area and it's not going to roll anywhere. And so when you get down into it, you're going to just make some nice even little cuts on here.
These pickled vegetables will be perfect for our charcuterie. To get Chef Todd White's full recipe, visit southgeorgiaweekend.com.
Coming up next, I'm packing everything up and I'm headed to my friend Rebecca Wiggins' house, and we are going to lay out our charcuterie. Todd Stone is going to be there, and we're going to show you how to photograph, set up the charcuterie, and see exactly what goes into putting together a cookbook or a magazine sheet.
This is Business Spotlight.
You know the saying, nothing is perfect. Well, that goes for homes too. You might like the kitchen and bathrooms in your home, but that doesn't mean they can't benefit from a few upgrades. But if you're looking to remodel, how do you plan and design the changes? What types of appliances do you use? Do you have to hire specialists like designers, carpenters, and plumbers just to get the job done? Pool Brothers has the answers to all of those questions and more. For over 18 years, we've provided homeowners with flooring and kitchen and bath remodeling. At Pool Brothers, we manage every aspect of your remodeling project by acting as your designer, carpenter, plumber, electrician, cabinet builder, countertop installer, flooring installer, and painter. We can take on as little or as much of the project as you'd like and make sure that it perfectly fits within your budget. And if you're a builder or looking to tackle your project on your own, we also supply remodeling products by themselves with a variety of cabinets, lighting, hardwood and tile flooring, and plumbing fixtures for you to choose from for your next project. Your home may not be perfect, but it can get pretty close. Let Pool Brothers be your design-build resource for your kitchen or bath remodeling project. Contact us to learn more.
Are you looking for the perfect hardwood flooring? Come see the hardwood flooring experts at Pool Brothers. Our designers will guide you through the selection process to ensure you get the perfect hardwood flooring that matches your budget.
Pool Brothers was really good to work with for my wife and I. They were really professional. They showed up and did what they said they would do. And we really feel like we got great workmanship and value for our dollar.
Come see for yourself. Pool Brothers Cabinets, Flooring and Lighting.
be great if there was one place that you could buy the best indoor and outdoor appliances at affordable, competitive prices? It's cold in here to you? And those appliances sold to you by friendly, knowledgeable staff, better than the big box stores. Not quite done yet. Well, it turns out there is a place like that right here in town.
That's right. Knight's Appliances joined Modern Gas right out here on 82. So come down for all your appliance needs inside and out.
Modern Gas, what a hot idea.
Every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer.
And the most common risk factor is being a woman.
There's no time to lose. In the U.S., it's estimated that more than 154,000 women are living with breast cancer.
It's the leading cause of cancer death in women in our area.
Talk to your mother, your daughter, your sisters, and your friends about getting checked.
On the 10th of every month, remember to call your buddy. Together, we can fight breast cancer.
The perfect bottle of wine, whiskey, bourbons, scotch, and the largest selection of craft beer. Special moments begin at your hometown package store, The Warehouse.
Welcome to the all-new Sub-Zero and Wolf Appliance Regional Showroom. I'm Bobby Dollar, and we want to invite you to come experience a showroom setting like no other. You will find all styles and models offered by Sub-Zero Refrigeration and Wolf Cooking products in real cabinet settings, just like home. We also have a live demo kitchen so you can touch, feel, and operate the products before you make your purchase. Your search for quality ends here in the regional showroom of Sub-Zero and Wolf Appliances, located in Bobby Dollar Appliance Showroom, East Jackson Street in Thomasville.